Check mic. All right. All right. Ayan. Ano kagad? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of The Daily Grind. Kung saan, every day, every weekdays, as long as there's a market, we talk about the market, trading, if ever pangit the market, or it's not really time to trade or to start opening up investments, we talk about making money in general. This evening, we're going to be talking about, meron kasi nag-send sa akin ng message na, Sir Lloyd, what do you think about this post? And I want to share it to you, right? So, I don't know who the person is. It's not about a person. Pero, ang post niya, investment na dapat iwasan is investment scams, definitely. Variable unit link. The person who sent this to me was, meron siya mga VULs. And he's also in the stock market. Number 4 is equity, balance, pooled funds. Alright? Sabi niya na dapat iwasan daw. Commercial bank, time deposits. So, we're going to be talking about that later on after our update sa PSEi. What do you think about that post? What do you think about this on your screen right now? What do you think about the post? Post it in the comments. Give me your 2 cents. I will give you my 2 cents. Being in the financial industry for quite a while, I can give you my 2 cents definitely. Yan. So, PSEi. We were expecting a pullback anytime soon and there it is. Pullback na po siya ngayon. Net foreign selling tayo na 175 million. 6.633.22 yung close natin ngayon. Negative 85 points. That's negative 1.27%. But that's to be expected. After how many days that we were on the green side. Jojo, good evening. Happy weekend po sa lahat. And to you, Sir Lloyd, watching from Singapore and shared your live stream. Good evening po sa inyo lahat. Right, especially to you, Jojo, sa inyo dyan sa Singapore. Mabuhay po kayo, mga kapatid natin, mga OFWs dyan. So yeah, what do you think about that one, diba? PSEi, medyo pulahan siya ngayon for today. But if we see, right, if ever makakita tayo ng higher low na bounce, that would be a very good bounce for the market. Because that will mean na mag-uptrend the market. And against all odds, right? Kahit na ang dami pong, kahit na pulahan ng international market, ang daming nangyaring pangit, Afghanistan, etc. Lambda variant is already here. Our COVID fight is still in shambles pa rin. We're not really out of the woods just yet. No, lumalala pa nga ngayon. Hindi naman kasing lala noon. But still not good. So despite all of these, market is looking well. Why? I would say, diba, the past few days, nagkaroon tayo ng mga dang news about our GDP, right? That's an indicator na the market, the economy is already starting to recover. It's not that high. Mataas yung numbers ng GDP growth natin. Pero that is in comparison kasi sa last year when last year was the real lockdown. Yung talagang bagsak ang market. So comparing it to last year, it's already very good. And we are hoping that it will still get better as the lockdowns are getting, as the ECQs are getting shorter, mas nakakontrol na, andyan na yung vaccine and everything. So it's not that bad anymore. And I guess that was enough to really lift the market. And that's good. Diba? So, yeah. That was something for the market for it to go up. Hopefully, nakapagbodega kayo ng mga positions ninyo. Because the best strategy for this kind of market, na hindi pa naman tayo bullish talaga. We're not really that, ang daming pera pumapasok araw-araw stock market. We're not at that level yet compared to the previous years natin. At the very least, magsimula na kayong mag-ipon ngayon ng mga stocks na mga gusto niyo. Especially yung mga underpriced na mga stocks. Ganun po. Right? First talaga, dapat unang mindset ninyo when it comes to stock market is into investing. Right? That's basically how really you make money in the market na solid at lower risk. Right? Ganun yumaman sila Berkshire Hathaway, sila tawag nito kalimutan yung pangalan dito sa dulo natin. Dila ko. But yeah, that's basically how the rich guys get richer. Kasi they have pulled good number of stocks sa mga companies through long-term investing, right? Maliit lang dapat ang tinitrade nyo kasi. But anyways, yun yung mindset nyo dapat. And hopefully you have started that already. It might not be in fruition this year, but hopefully next year, pwede na mag-fruition na yung mga tinatanim ninyo, di ba? Ganun po dapat ang mindset ninyo when it comes to the stock market. Anyways, I'm gonna go to the comments really quick. Ishi Marimat, ayan, most punctual ulit si Ishi. And also Emily Goltiano. Good evening, kamusta kayo dyan? Right, please share the stream nga pala. Please share the stream. Yung topic natin again is today, I wanna talk about, hindi lang naman VUL eh. Yung post niya is pati si stock market dapat daw iwasan. Right, and VUL daw dapat iwasan. So these are, ito yung dalawa na linagay. This person is followed by quite a lot of people already. May check mark. But let me share my screen. Not really sure who he is. You don't have to search for him, right? Huwag niyo na tignan kung sino kasi I don't wanna start any friction. Gusto ko lang kasi this was brought up to me by someone, a friend of mine, and asking me, what do you think about this? Because yung number 2 and number 3, he's already exposed and malaki ang exposure niya sa number 2 and number 3. Buti naman wala sa number 1. Number 1 kasi investment scams eh. Right, number 2 is VUL. Number 3 is stock market. 4 is equity balance pool funds. Number 5 is commercial bank. Time deposit. Yung mga parents ko, parents ni Apple, meron mga time deposit. Yun yung old school of investing kasi, di ba? Time deposits, etc. Di ba? So what do you think about this? Post in the comments and please share this video para malaman ng mga friends ninyo, right? Who is planning to go into investing kasi in pursuit of financial freedom nga di ba? So, yun. Rowena, Villa, may gabi, LHC, please. We will do charting later on. I'm gonna write down your request. Right, let me open Word. Right, so LHC. Right. Gabi, may gabi, Benedict, Dennis Mundo, good evening, sir. PHES. Let's check it out. Jason Murphy. No such yung pangalan mo. But I know it's Jason. Bakit nyo binabaliktad pangalan nyo? Ang karamihan kasi ng ganyan is may mga sinaktan, may mga iniwan. Yung iba may iniwan na utang tapos para hindi na mahanap. Biro lang. Good evening everyone watching here from Durban, South Africa. All right, amazing. All right, thank you so much for watching. Kent Rosal, good evening, Sir Lloyd. Pa-check po naman si Greenergy. We've already talked about Greenergy the past few days. Good evening, Romelin Bunayos. Ran Tabilas, magandang gabi. Good evening. Arv Sanoria, good evening, Sir Idol, watching from South China Sea. All right, from South China Sea. Paano kayo nanonood dyan sa South China Sea? Paano kayo nanonood dyan? May internet ba? Are you Seaman Arvs and then may internet ba dyan? Or how are you watching in the middle of the sea? Or am I really understanding it wrong? Juliet Marie Flor, good evening po. Good evening. Warren Buffett was the name. Yan. So, thank you so much. Paul Diolazo, good evening po. Good evening. Alright, Andrew Caracas, thank you for tagging your friend. Alfredo Kiso, good evening. Konbanwa, Sir Lloyd, and to all the viewers from Irene Suzuki. Good evening, sir. Pwede pa-check po si EGLD of crypto. We will talk about that later. It's interesting. Bakit hindi niya sinali si cryptocurrency dito? Stock market lang. Or forex, diba? So yeah, but anyways, let's talk about this. Let's talk about VUL first, right? VUL. Kasi marami kasing, I would say, misunderstanding when it comes to VUL, right? Post in your comments, chat. Right? Let me know, what do you think about VUL? Is it a good investment or not? Right? So post in the comments. I will give you my 2 cents. Wala pong wrong answer dito. I know you are following other financial advisors also. So this apparently financial advisor kasi he's talking about financial tips. Hina-hashtag niya pa. Right? And he has usapang pera pa nga diba? So for sure he is he is more of a practical one na pera ang iniisip talaga kaagad, diba? Anyways, let's talk about VULs first. VUL, as we know, is variable unit link. Yun po yung insurance slash investment. Diba? So, part of the money that you are putting in is placed into your insurance, payment for your insurance kasi binabayaran po insurance. And then, part of it is invested into an option that you wanna pick. Depende po yun sa broker, hindi broker, insurer mo. Let's say for example, Pro-Life, sino pa ba dyan? AXA, etc. So depende yan ano yung pwede nyo lagyan. Meron silang mga funds na available where you can place your money, right? So if you think of it, yung investment part niya is not really that strong. To be honest with you guys, especially right now, if let's say for example, you started your VUL 2 years ago, most probably your VUL investments is down and you're not earning in it. Chances are, right? Kasi pag 2 years pa, usually wala pang tubo yan. Mamaya pa yan tutubo on the 3rd year onwards. Diba? True. Maliit lang ang kitaan sa VUL. Kaya, there is some truth in it. There's some truth na it's not really the best investment in the world. Pero kung saan ako hindi sasang-ayon dito is investment na dapat iwasan is the VUL. Actually, diyan medyo tagilid ako diyan. Why? Because ang kagandahan kasi sa VUL is VUL has been there for quite a while already. And as long as the market is doing well, your VUL investment should be doing well also. Right? It's just that ngayon, most people will be saying na pangit si VUL ngayon kasi bagsak ang market. But right now, if you just constantly have been paying your VULs, that means na kapag ipon na kayo and most probably if the market's run well, your VUL value is gonna go up also. So, ang ending is, I would say it will strongly depend. It strongly depends on your purpose of your money. Kukuha kayo ng VUL, it's not really about investments. That's sad to say, agents are selling it because in masking it as investment talaga. It's not really a hard investment, right? Hindi talaga siya hard investment because you are paying insurance. Tsaka ang kagandahan ng VUL is it's not term insurance. Hindi po siya na kung mamatay kayo, maaksidente kayo at mamatay kayo, saka pa lang kayo merong makukuha. Or the purpose really of VUL is it's for you, it's your protection so that if something happens to you and you live at mabuhay kayo, merong sasalo sa gastusin ninyo. Because the recovery is the most expensive one. Wala kasi sa term insurance yung term na what's the term? Critical illness protection, right? Yung ang kagandahan sa VUL, ang pinaka-priceless talaga na nakita ko sa VUL is the critical illness protection, which is you cannot find it in other products. So critical illness protection basically is if ever let's say for example, kidney failure. Magka-kidney failure kayo. Kidney failure is, the dialysis, the transplant, everything, recovery is very expensive. Right? And if wala kayong VUL, saan kayo kukuha ng pambayad? Your investments, you will have to sell them. And para, let's say for example, pumunta kayo sa real estate yung investment ninyo, you went heavy on real estate. And most probably, ibibenta nyo yung property ninyo if ever magkaroon kayo ng critical illness. And after that, remember, most probably you will not be fit to work anymore. So, mahirapan kayo na magtrabaho ulit to really gain that income once again. And before you know it, you started from scratch and you wasted your time. Right? So, yun yung gusto ko kay VUL is the protection when it comes to critical illness. Let's say, for example, cancer. Right? So pag nagka-cancer ka, kahit anong, I don't know, depende yan sa mga companies kasi. I'm under Pru-Life. Yung sa Pru-Life na contract is, whatever cancer yan, basta nag-stage 1 yan, the contract will be given to you right away. Ganito ha, what if, these are the what ifs. What if 5 years from now, right? What if 5 years from now, or let's say 3 years from now, nakunod, magkaroon ako ng cancer. Right? Cancer sa, let's say for example, cancer sa lung cancer. Right? Kahit stage 1 lang, stage 1. Right? Operation, etc., chemotherapy, therapy, and I won't be fit to work anymore after that, blah, blah, blah. It's gonna be very hard. Right? If I had VUL, 3 taon ko lang binayaran yung VUL ko. Let's say for example, your VUL is 60,000 a year. So that's around 180,000 mo palang nababayaran. And then the thing happened to you. Maybe yung contract nyo with that amount is around 1 million. So you're gonna get 1 million in exchange of 180,000. Kung sa yung 180,000 ninyo linagay ninyo sa anong investment? Let's say for example, gusto niyo real estate. O ano ba mabibili niyo sa 180,000 sa real estate? Wala. REITs. Right? So siguro tumubo yan. Like let's say the market was doing well. Yung 180,000 niyo after 3 years, naging 300K. Diba? Good, best case scenario. 300K is not gonna be enough still. Diba? So, if yung kapalit naman kasi ng VUL, sobrang priceless. Right? Sobrang daming chances ng mas maliit pa yung chances na mamatay kayo kaysa sa magka-critical illness kayo. Sobrang laki ng chances ng critical illness kasi. But yeah, that's the main purpose of VUL. Hindi ko tinitignan ang investment part kasi ng VUL. Right? The good thing about the investment part is, what if at maturity age, let's say you're 65 years old and nothing happens to you, hindi na sayang yung pera na inipon mo with them because it majority of it is into investment na tumutubo rin and it's earning for you. Maybe, worst case scenario, if ganito pa rin ang market until I'm 65 years old, the money that I placed in, mas lumiit, pero during that time, I'm protected. Right? Or, chances are, tutubo naman talaga. Right? But I'm not looking at that. It's just that, iniipon ko lang siya na pera in kaysa sa bangko ko iniipon because I'm saving for my retirement and I'm using my VULs as what do you call this? As a safe keep for my savings na pang long term. Kasi meron tayong long term na savings, meron tayong savings na pang short term like pang bahay, pang sasakyan, or pang business. But I also have savings na maliitan sa mga pera ko na para sa retirement ko talaga. Because when you retire, sobrang mahal po ng retirement life, right? So I use the VUL as my vessel para sa retirement na pinag-iipunan ko. If in case maliit na siya compared sa pera na nalabas ko, that's okay. Since maliit lang naman because I have other investments na linalagay ko sa high risk na mas malaki returns. That's why I can say this to you guys. Pero kung VUL lang ang iaanoy ninyo, ang VUL lang ang tinitignan ninyo for your retirement at yun lang yung inaano ninyo, I tell you, it's not the right thing to do. Right? Huwag nyo tignan yung investment part sa VUL as much as possible. You get into VUL because of the protection part. That's the reason why you get into VUL and then bonus po yung investment niya. If in case walang mangyari sa iyo at 65 years old, at maturity date, then good. Right? Kung walang mangyari sa'yo, then it's a win-win situation. You still get funds out of it. Ang plano ko pong gawin sa VULs ko is, kasi every year, yung pera na yan, depende sa takbo ng market, meron po siyang tubo. Right? Yung tubo, we-withdraw ko, and then I have another pension plan for me. Diba? But yeah, I'm gonna go to the comments really quick. We'll talk more about that. Sir Andrew Caracas, Sir, 2017, na-operahan ako sa kidney, then 2018, kumuha ako ng VUL. Oy, wait. 2017, na-operahan ka sa kidney. Then, 2018, kumuha ka ng VUL. Then, 2020, na-stop ko siya. 2021 of August, tinuloy ko ulit siya. Pero, the account value, fund value is mababa. But then, I want to continue pa rin. Because chances are, majority of the chunk kasi sa mga binabayad nyo sa VUL in the first 2 years goes to your, what do you call this? Goes to your insurance fees. Mahal po talaga ang insurance, especially the protection one, kasi mas malaki ang chances na magkasakit talaga kayo. It goes to the insurance fees, and that's what you're paying for. And I would say, I would pay for insurance, right? Kasi nga lang, yun yung kagandahan sa VUL because meron din siya, part of it is going to investment, pero remember, part of it lang, hindi po lahat ng pera niyan napupunta sa investment. Pero at the very least, maganda yung takbo ng if maganda yung takbo ng market, and I should be good. If ever hindi, then by the time I'm 65 or by the time I'm maturity, okay pa rin yung sa akin. Only put a little portion. Yun lang. Sabihin ko sa inyo, VUL, wag po lahat ng investment niyo nasa VUL, right? It's a good start. If you started with VUL, just in case na may mangyari sa inyo 2 years from now, 3 years from now, right? Because you don't really know if ever you're still going to be healthy 5 years from now, right? So that's the main purpose of it. So I will say may partly true na you don't really have to concentrate on VUL, but I will always say na kuha pa rin kayo ng VUL if you have if you have extra, because the protection part is really valuable. What if magkasakit kayo? It's your VUL that will catch you, and then yung investments ninyo na iba, let's say for example you have real estate, meron kayong condominium, meron kayong bahay, hindi mabebenta yon. So after you recover, and then you still have the house and lot na pwede nyo parentahan kahit hindi na kayo nagtatrabaho, at least meron pa yung kayong kinikita. Kaysa mabenta yung bahay na yun, yes, na-survive ka kasi wala kang VUL, pero tapos nun, wala ka ng investment kasi yun yung nagamit mo pang gastos, right? If you practice fund switch, magiging favorable an investment, pero it's an insurance pa din for me with a premium holiday feature in the long run. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. You don't really look, if you know how to fund switch, pwede nyo kasing ilipat sa international funds, other funds, if pangit pang market. Ngayon, ang ganda ilagay sa stock market kasi mababa ang stock market. So if ever you're into VUL, kuha kayo sa ngayon, lagay nyo muna sa stock market ngayon since mababa ang stock market. Right? You transfer it, kung nasa tuktok na, then transfer nyo na naman, ganito, ganyan. But it is parang trading pa rin, yun. If you know how to do that, right? If you have the time to do that. But yeah, look at it as an insurance talaga. Don't look at VUL as your investment lang talaga. If ever nothing happens to you, then meron kayong bonus pa rin in the long run, right? Yes po, seaman po ako at may internet kami sa barko. We're on our way to Singapore to China. Galing. This is from Arbs Sonoria. Good job, man. Ingat kayo dyan, ha? Alright, so good evening, Gigi Meares. Nalilito ako, sir, Nalilito na yung iba, sir, dahil sa kanya. Sabi ni Jason Ignacio, yeah. Hardly, I would say yes. Kasi sinabi niya rin, stock market dapat iwasan niyo eh. I would say, iwasan yung stock market if ever hindi nyo pa alam ang ginagawa. Hindi naman sa iwasan. It's good to learn about it. Iwasan nyo lang maging greedy and go into the stock market na hindi nyo pa napag-aaralan. Knowledge is power here in stock market. Truly, I tell you. Right? Marami akong kaibigan naging successful sa stock market. I would say yes. I'm thankful of the stock market. Also, we were very successful because of the stock market. Also, so yeah. I would say iwasan ninyong maglagay ng pera kung hindi nyo pa alam at naintindihan ang stock market. That's also bad. But yeah, VUL investment na para iwasan. For you to tell this to nuance, ganito kasi mangyayari eh. Sige, sabi niya iwasan ko ang VUL, iwasan ko stock market. So, maliit pa lang ang pera ko ngayon. Saan ko ilalagay? Pwede, pag-ibig MP2 program, right? Maliitan lang tubo pa rin, pero at the very least, it's good. Right? So, and then, pag nakaipon na ako, lagay ko real estate, most probably, yung next step ninyo, bili kayo ng condominium, look for cheap ones, huwag kayong magbumili. there will be, right, if marunong lang kayo maghanap, mayroon pong magmamadali dyan magbenta. Kasi let's say for example, nagka-problema and they're selling their condominiums. That's what you look for, right, when it comes to real estate, buying real estate, right? Maghanap kayo ng mga nagmamadali magbenta. Yeah, you buy that condominium, let's say for example, 2 million, right? Goodbye. Ang problema, the what ifs. What if magkasakit kayo? That's the problem. Then benta condominium and then voila, ubus pera. You wasted your time. Right? Instead of fully placing it in the condominium, buy a little portion of your money goes to goes to your VUL. Magkano lang naman? Let's say for example, 4,000 a month. That is around 48 to 50k a year. 50,000 pesos po a year. Lalagay nyo sa VUL. For the insurance part, because if something happens to you, you get a lot. That's a fair trade, I would say. Yung investment part niya, I'm not really counting on it na yun yung magpapayaman sa akin 5 years, 10 years from now. No. Sa VUL, no. 5 years, 10 years from now, yung pera na linagay ko yun sa VUL, it's not gonna make me rich. But it's gonna save me if ever something happens to me. Right? It's gonna save my family if ever something happens to me. Right? Siguro yung mindset was, may investment para yumaman ako kaagad. I guess this is what he is trying to say. Just to be fair with him. Yun nga lang, yeah, pinapaiwas niya sa VUL and this might I don't really know the context. I haven't seen his post. Baka meron siyang sinasabi na iwasan niyo ang VUL. I'm not really sure. It's just that it might send it might send the wrong signal to to the Filipinos. Kung kailan nagsisimula na mga Pilipino na ma-open up sa insurance, alam niyo ba sa labas, hindi ka pwede required ang insurance. Dito hindi. Even starting a business, you have to get insurance. So yeah, we're not really hindi lalaga tayo. We're not really open to insurance just yet. We still have people like this guy who's like this. I'm not really sure about the context. So baka meron siyang context dito, but for to tell people na iwasan ng VUL, I'm not really sure about that. Right? VUL Jason Murphy, VUL long-term investment, insured ka na, naka-save ka pa. Right? Devalued na rin po in the long run. From Paul Dio Lazo, what do you mean devalued na rin po in the long run? I have VUL and my peace of mind ako kasi if something happens to me, may maiiwan sa family ko. Yeah, Nancy Catilo. That's one of the... I missed that point, but yeah, ang sarap ng buhay na you have that security na if something happens to me, I have something that will catch me and my family. Di ba? Doesn't necessarily have to mean na mamamatay ka at meron kang makukuha or yung makukuha yung pamilya mo. I'm really banking on, if mamamatay ka kasi, wala tayong magagawa dyan. Mamamatay. If ever magandang investments mo, then your family is gonna be getting it, di ba? What I'm really banking on is mas malaki kasi ang chances na people will get what do you call this? Critical illness. Yun yung pinaka-problema eh. How many of your relatives na stroke, tapos ang ganda ng lifestyle, tapos na-stroke yung padre de pamilya, benta yung mga lupa, etc., investments, and lagapak ang finance status nila. Right? Na-explain naman po, sir, na for the first 3 years, it's for cost of insurance. This is from Andrew Caracas. Yes po. Usually po, ganyan. Actually, even first 2. Sir, pa-shoutout po sa mga Jebsen PTC seafarers and office employees. Good evening sa inyo dyan. Shoutout sa mga seaman natin, mga seafarers, right? Salute to you guys. Not an easy job. Hopefully, ayusin ninyo ang pagdadala ng pera ninyo. That's why Stocks this year. That's why Financial Freedom is here to guide you guys. Ayusin yung pagdadala ng pera ninyo. Jason, one of my friends died na wala man lang naiwan sa family niya, kaya nag-invest ako sa VUL for the protection, security na rin ng family ko. True, right? If ever something happens to you, at the very least, you know na your family is okay. Again, not necessarily about dying. Ang pinakaayaw ko lang talaga is yung mabubuhay ka, tapos you worked your ass off for how many years for your investments, tapos kailangan mo ibenta for your hospitalization. Tapos after that, wala na naman and mahirap na naman kayo. Right? That's what I don't want to happen. What if something happens to me? Because you can't really say na walang mangyayari sa'yo. Right? Paul Diolaso, investment part po, pero yung insurance, okay po. Right. To add sa house and condo purchase investment, VUL can be used as MRI. Alright, very good. Nga pala, meron kasing long-term tsaka merong short-term na VUL. I'm not really a fan of the short-term VULs, pero alam niyo yon, yung parang 10 years lang, 15 years lang, meron nga 7 years lang na VUL, 'di ba? Yun yung malimit binibenta ng mga agents yung pera ang habol. So yeah, I'm not really a fan of the short-term VULs, right? Kasi the purpose of short-term VUL is for pooling your funds. Let's say for example, 10 years from now, you're planning to save 1 million pesos. So, instead sa bangko nyo ilalagay, lagay nyo lang muna sa VUL para in case na may mangyari sa iyo, you get still 1 million. Let's say for example, after 2 years may mangyari sa iyo, you get the 1 million. Pero after 10 years, kung wala mangyari sa iyo, then kukunin mo yung fund value. And technically, yung explanation lang makukuha mo yung fund value mo, but what if the market drops? Yun yung problema. So, you can't really expect that. I'm not a fan of the short-term VULs. Get the long-term VUL, and kahit hindi na kayo kumuha ng iba pang mga VUL dyan, get the long-term VUL kasi mas mura po siya monthly, mas malaki yung compounding power niya because mas matagal mo po siyang babayaran pero mas maliit po for the value that you are gonna be getting. Kasi, if for example, you want a protection of 2 million, right, for 10 years and you want to pay only 2 million. Let me share my screen and get calculator. Ganito nyo po i-calculate yan, ha? Let's say, for example, you want 2 million pesos. You divide it into 10 years kasi 10 years mo gusto maipon ng 2 million divided by 12. 12 kasi 12 months. So, ang monthly mo, to get 2 million in the 10 years, dapat may nagmamonthly ka ng 16,666 pesos para makakuha ka ng 2 million na insurance. Right? Chances are, kung 5,000 lang, let's say for example nga, 3,000 lang ang budget niyo monthly times 12. So, that's around 36,000 a year. And then times nyo ng 10 years, your coverage will only be 360,000. So, 3,000, yes, 3,000 pesos yung monthly mo. Pero what you're not looking at is your protection is 360,000 enough if magka-cancer ka. No. Right? Higupin lang yan. Right? So, it's not enough. I don't really look at the short-term ones. Tignan nyo po ang mga long-term investments. Kasi chances are, if you're at around age 25 pa lang, yung 3,000 ninyo, for how many years, kung kukunin nyo yung long-term, 65 until 65 years yung maturity, there's still a very big chance that at your age, 25 years old, you can get around 1M or maybe 800K. Sorry, 800K na coverage. Right? So, ang nangyayari dito is after, let's say for example, after 5 years, 3,000 times 12. So, that's 1 year times 5 years. After 5 years, 180,000 lang ang nabayad mo. Pero if ever 5 years from now, you get critically ill, then you are gonna get 800,000 for your coverage. That's a very good bargain, diba? If ever wala mangyari sa'yo, then just keep paying it kasi by the time na mag-65 kayo, the compounding power of your funds is going to be is gonna amaze you, right? I have a friend right now that is enjoying off the returns ng VUL niya, right? Minsan lang naman naging ganito ang market na bumabagsak. Pero ang kagandaan nito, this is a very good start to get into stock market kasi. So maganda ang VUL ngayon kasi mura ang market. Got my VUL at 23, iba pa rin na my peace of mind. That is from Mark Hill Orozca. Right, very good. Let's go to YouTube. Sa mga nanonood natin dyan sa YouTube, kamusta kayo dyan? What do you think about our topic for this evening? Right, anyways, yan. So, let's go. Yung stock market naman, sabi ni Vince Rapisura, naiwasan nyo rin po ang stock market. Baka sinasabi niyang ingat-ingat lang. But, iwasan yung sinabi niya. Actually, hindi eh. Stock market is one of the areas talaga na pwede kayong maka-jackpot. Right? Pwede kayong maka-jackpot if ever you know what you're doing. Pero yan nga, the higher the reward that you are expecting, the higher the risk then. So this is considered high risk, high reward investment po ang stock market and trading. So please understand that also. But to tell newbies, to tell Filipinos to stay away from stock market, not a big fan of that statement. So yeah. Alright, so let's go. Charting tayo. Let's talk about stock market. Basta lang sa stock market, the best thing to do lang talaga is wag kayong maging atat, wag kayong maging greedy. If kakasimula nyo pa lang or nag-aaral pa lang kayo, chances are you're still not very good in trading, so stay away from stock market trading. Stock market is already risky. Risky po ang stock market na trading. Okay? Tapos, tumitriple yung risk na yan, mas grabe pa ang talo ninyo if ever baguhan pa lang kayo. Right? So please, try to study stock market first. Once you know what you're doing, the risks dramatically go down. And you'll be amazed of the amount that you are going to be learning. Okay? Earning. Let's go to the requests po ninyo. Thank you so much. Hopefully, naintindihan nyo po yung pinagsasabi natin sa podcast natin ngayon. Hopefully, right, if you have any questions, if you have any concerns about it, post it on the comments. Wala pong wrong answer po dito. Right. LHC. Very good. Nag-breakout si LHC. That's good to know. With massive volume for LHC. That's good. Gusto kong mangyari dito for LHC is that this is a trend line right here. Let it pull back and bounce before you want to get in. Kasi pag pinasok niyan ngayon, you're starting to reach resistances. So, konti ingat. The volume is telling us na it's looking good. Ang ganda ng earnings kasi, so most probably tutuloy-tuloy pa to. So, the best entry will be a pullback and a bounce before you want to get in. PHES naman. Teka lang ha. I think I need to refresh my YouTube kasi weird na walang comments ako nakikita. There should be comments. And there it is. May comments nga pala talaga. So, let me just go to the comments really quick. Nico Managa, good PM, Sir Lloyd. Keep safe po tayong lahat. Please do pa shoutout po sa mga anak ko na sina Nile, Carl, Marian, and Kenneth. Good evening to you. Alright, good evening sa family nyo, Nico Managa. Alright, galing. Alright, they're watching Financial Freedom 101. Alright, amazing. Warren Tumulba, Warren Buffett, and Charlie Munger, Coach yan. Coach, pasilip po ang SEB RLC, now LTG. Thanks po. I'm gonna write these down kasi may mga request tayo kanina. So, dadaanan rin natin yan. Next up, Sir, stock request please. Insights, A-REIT and Phil RT. A-REIT and Phil RT. Dadaanan rin natin to. Next up, what is the best VUL insurance company that is not more costly and offer good package? That's a good question. Actually, halos pare-parehas lang ang mga insurance. Iba-iba lang yung products nila, iba-iba yung investment style nila. I'm a big fan of PruLife kasi PruLife is one of the companies na yung purpose niya talaga is really for insurance, right? PruLife because I know meron pa iba eh. Dalawa lang tong company na ito na ganito eh. What they give you, ganito kasi yan. When you get a VUL, when you get insurance, you get the contract, how much you are protected for. And then there is this, that's the A side. There's this B side of the funds, which is called your fund value. Ito yung investment side, right? So normally what happens is that if something happens to you and it's your contract will stipulate na pwede mo makuha ang funds na ito. Let's say for example, nagka-cancer ka. Most of the companies, ang ibibigay nila sa'yo is either yung contract mo, let's say for example, 1 million yung contract mo, or whichever is bigger. If your fund value is already 1.2 million, but your contract is 1 million, since ang fund value is bigger, 1.2 ibibigay lang sa'yo, ProLife gives you A and B. So they will give you the 1 million and they will give you the fund value of 1.2. Kaya, that's the reason why I can say na maganda ang VUL, because I got so much out of the VUL that I'm getting, right? Most probably you're also not talking to the right person or not the right company. But yeah, you're asking me ano yung ma-recommend ko. Check out ProLife UK, right? Sabi ni Claudine, she commented about ProLife UK. Yeah, because that's really the purpose. It's about the amount that you get if something happens to you. ProLife UK gives you both. Because tell you, most companies will just give you whichever is bigger. Sa ProLife, yung dalawa ibibigay sa'yo. Right? That's just to answer the question. Let's go to charting na since we're done with those comments. Right? I don't really want to talk about yung mga sales part na kasi ng insurance, because as much as possible, I don't want to sound like I am pushing something to you guys. PHES, that's a buy for me. Divergence, actually nakita nyo na po yan. If you've been a follower of mine, you would have noticed this divergence already. Naging lesson natin yan yesterday. Right, this is a buy already. And if you did buy that already, then that is a big win for you. Congratulations. It's still a buy for me, I would say, yes. Green, dito pa lang si Green, buy na tayo because of this RSI signals right here. Starting to create a resistance. Overall kasi si Green mura pa after a very large pullback. If for short-term trade, let it break out. Mukhang magbe-breakout naman siya. So pag nag-breakout yan, pasukin nyo sa Green. Right? ELGD, this is for crypto. AGLD pala. EGLD USDT. Elrond. Alright. Bearish signals na mga pare. So, and you are at the upper part of the RSI. That's a no-buy zone right there. Napakaganda ng mga divergence dito. These were the entry points. Right? I've been telling you ever since, ang tagal na. Right? Nung nagto 30,000 pa lang si crypto. If Bitcoin is holding on 30,000, bilhin nyo na si Bitcoin, then sila Ethereum. Technically, pati yung mga altcoins were creating a support also. If you're a fan of altcoins, dapat binili nyo na rin. Because if you did, then you would have been gaining already. Ang problema ko ngayon kay crypto is BTC, USD, medyo bearish na ang signals na pinapakita niya. Pag pumula yan, that's a head and shoulder pattern. And we're seeing RSI, not healthy RSIs anymore. So mukhang magpo-pullback ito. Then abangan lang natin ulit sa baba if ever. So I'm not a fan of crypto right now since it's showing bearish signals. Right? Cebu Pacific. Yeah, man. That's a buy. Right, dalawang beses na itong support na ito. Divergence. No, not really divergence. I wanna increase the size of this. Di naman divergence talaga dito. But, yeah, that's the support right there. That's your confirmation. I would say that's a buy. Right? That's a buy for SEB. This is your support right here, 43.25. Cut loss nyo lang below that. Right? Good find right here. RLC. Right, RLC, nung nag-break out, that was it. And it's still confirming that that's still a buy for me, right, for RLC. Okay? Ali, Ayala Land Incorporated, sumasabay sa market. Divergences are beautiful. So, it's doing a pullback right now. So, let it pull back and then the bounce po, yun yung pasukin natin for Ali. Now Corporation, ito si Now naman, okay din rin. If you wanna trade this one, strict cut loss lang, cut loss below that. That's a buy. That's your buy right there for now. Okay, galing. Good finds right here. LTG also is already showing us good signals, right? Divergences for LTG, that's looking good. Ang problema ko lang is performance ni LTG is not really that good as a company. So, mas heavy siya. And these kinds of report tend to not let... May mga most probably... yung buy, walang gaanong gustong bumili because of this report right here. So, that might make LTG even go further down. So, I'm not really a fan of the position. But if you want to trade this, there's a support right there. If the divergence continues, that's going to be your buy for short term. Cut loss nyo lang below that. A-REIT naman. A-REIT. Galing. A-REIT did break out right here. That's a buy for me. It's just that, again, this is already kind of expensive for A-REIT. Yung dividends nyo dito are already very low. So, not really a fan of it. I don't like trading A-REITs as much as possible. Yung mindset nyo when it comes to A-REITs is your dividends. Alright? PhilRT. Alright, PhilRT, doing a pullback. Wala pa rin tayong indicators na malakas. So, I cannot recommend PhilRT for now. Right? I will stay away from it. Gusto ko bumaba pa si PhilRT. Okay naman yung dividends niya. So yeah, the dividends at this area is not that much anymore. So with that, it's not a buy for me. And yung future kasi ng PhilRT, medyo, yung performance ni PhilRT is not really that well as a company. Yung mga buildings na yan. So yeah, net income, look at that, negative 12% for this year. Hopefully, and that's comparing to last year na pandemic and last year ha. Ngayon, negative 12 pa rin sila. So, don't like that. I don't like that. So, yan. That's for PhilRT. Let's go to the comments once again. PHA. This is from Ellen Liit. Ellen Liit. There we go. PHA. Pumupula ka agad. Ganda ng divergence dito if napasok nyo to, diba? Signals are not clear right now. What you can do is, if ever mag-green ito, that's definitely a support right there. But you buy some right there. And then if bumaba to the major support, then you buy some more dito sa major support. And let's see from that point on ano pwedeng gawin. If ever bumaba below support, then cut your losses. Ganun lang for PHA for now. Globe from Irene Suzuki. Si Globe nag all-time high, di ba? 52-week high. So 52-week high for Globe after the breakout right there. Beautiful support bounce. 52-week high pero we are on bearish territory already. So that's too high. Dapat dito pa lang sa baba. Nakita nyo to. And I've been teaching you about this technical analysis for how long now? Halos araw-araw, this divergence right here was the buy signal for the support. If hopefully you will apply that in the future, ang ganda sana ng trade ninyo if ever that happens. Right now, we are at bearish territories already. So, I don't want to follow Globe anymore. It can still go up. I could be wrong, but again, it's not my trading style. So, I will say, I'm gonna be telling you na no. Because it's not my trading style. Andrew Caracas, maliit lang ata, sir, no? Not really sure. Nakalimutan ko ano yung pinag-uusapan natin. Earl John Madrid. Good evening, sir. Thanks for sharing your knowledge. Please check Neo and Apple. Alright, meron pa. Si Leo Rania is asking about Mega World. Bilisan ko lang to last 5 lang. Mega World did break out earlier. That's a buy right there, man. I've been telling you dati pa na buy na yan si Mega World. Dito pa lang. Bilhin nyo na yan. Bago lumipad. bodegahin nyo na din si Mega World. Maganda na yung position niya. I've been calling Meg for buy for how many days already. Si Monde naman, tingnan natin. Grabe, recover kagad si Monde, di ba? Pero it might test the resistance once again. So, that's gonna be a problem right there. So, no, we're playing at the resistance levels. Stay away from it. I don't like these kinds of trades. Dito sana, maganda tong presyo na to. And then, there it is. Divergence is happening right there. Yun yung maganda na entry. It's just that, right now, masyado mataas na si Monde. I cannot recommend it, my friends. Pasensya na. Neo, right? International. Let's go international. Si Neo, after the rally, bumabagsak na naman. Still on a downtrend right here. Pero, yeah, still on a downtrend. Abangan natin, mukhang malapit na to. Nag-engulfing tayo dito. So, baka at the support, abangan nyo to. Put this on your watch list and then malapit yung massive support niya for Neo. Apple naman, AAPL, mukhang there's the dip right there. It's still bearish for me. We are still at it's not really a strong dip still. I still cannot recommend Apple. Pero grabe si Apple, no? Right. Ang tendency kasi, ang gusto ko lang gawin ninyo kay Apple is go for long term. There is a support right here. That's where you buy some. And then if it goes further down, you just buy more. You can't go wrong with this company for now. Kasi sobrang lakas ng company na ito. Right? Nakita niyo yan, overall. Kung magkamaliman kayo, nagre-recover din kaagad yan. Magkamaliman kayo, you're still on the winning side. If ever. So, good, maganda to long term si Apple. So, on the dips, buy the dips of Apple. Sir Meg and MBT, thank you. Sorry about this one. So MBT, Metrobank, resistance, breakout is your next entry point, or if bumaba sa support, then support entry. Neo Apple. This is from Earl John Ginto. Last 5 na lang, bilisan ko. Alright, we did say buy na natin si Same strategy, you buy if it goes down to the major support, you buy some more. Ganun lang ang strategy for right now. That's still a buy for me, bodegahin nyo na yan. Kasi that's one of the most important dips of right now. Meg and MBT, tapos na to. Monde, done na. DMC naman, nasa taas to. It's dipping right now. So next bounce, if for short-term trades, next bounce is gonna be your entry point for DMC. Dito naman, si Dito, still a buy. Same with buy there. If it goes further down, buy some more. Right, Jinky, Kaseka, good evening. Andrew Caracas, maliit lang ata. Sorry. Right, DDMPR. Mustahin natin si DDMPR. Alicia Rojas, good evening. God bless. Shell Villegas, good evening po, sir. Ito, meron tayong DDMPR. That's a buy right there. Right? At this point, yung dividends nyo makukuha is very good. Let's talk about this next Monday, yung dividends na makukuha ni DDMPR. But that's a buy for me pa rin for DDMPR. The bots, medyo kagabi, losing ang bots. And di naman everyday laging kitaan. So the bots did lose last night. Huge chunk of my earnings did go down, but I'm still on the positive side. Di ko na papakita sa inyo since we don't have much more time. But yeah, if ever you want to enroll on the bots, andyan po sa video description. Bot trading po yan. Once you set it up, yung bot na po magte-trade sa inyo. So whatever you earn is already passive income. Want to learn more about it? Check out the videos and the links in the video description. Andyan na rin po yung registration. Valkyrie is premium. May bayad po siya. Izanagi is for free. So check it out. That's it for us this evening. Pasensya na if hindi ko po masasagot lahat. It's already 8:56. Right? That's it for us. And I'll see you again this Monday na. Friday na nga pala tayo ngayon. So, enjoy the rest of the week. And most importantly, play safe. Stay safe po. Stay safe po. Ilat. Walang kwenta yung paghihirap natin. Walang kwenta yung pag-iipon natin. Pag-aaral ng how to get rich. How to be financially free. If ever magkasakit tayo at mawala tayo sa mundong ito. So, please stay safe for your family and for your own sake. That's it for me this week. I'll see you next week. And as always, this is Lloyd Bazaar saying, let's get rich together. Bye, everyone.